What up? What up? My name is Edward, and I am the creator of the Jack Files. Um, this particular file is probably going to be a two-parter because I don't think there's any way in hell I can do it in just one sitting. This is actually a very a complex issue if you actually think about it. This issue today is about legalizing marijuana. Now, some people might be seeing this and think this guy is crazy. He's a pothead. That's the only reason why he's doing it. No, this is not the reason why I'm doing it. I don't smoke marijuana only because I can't. I have too many head injuries that it makes me paranoid and aggressive, and I don't really like how I am, when I'm on marijuana. So I can't take it. Now, I know plenty of people that do smoke marijuana, and I, for one, do not think that it's a bad drug. No, people that tell you that marijuana is a gateway drug, they're completely full of shit. Okay, I've known dozens of people in my life that smoke marijuana. I've never tried cocaine, Xanbars, ecstasy, and none of that bullshit, because to them there's no reason to. They already get a nice, excellent, calming, relaxing high off of marijuana, and they don't need anything else. Here's an interesting fact. Here's two interesting facts. When marijuana was first introduced to this country, it was mostly done by illegal immigrants from Mexico, and the government the reason they passed any laws against marijuana is because they wanted to use it as a way to control and harass the Mexican populations in certain states. That's how it all got started. It was all done because of prejudice. That's one of the reasons why marijuana is illegal today. All right. Fact number two. I like to read a lot. I've read plenty of different things. And Lee Childs led me to this fact. He wrote in one of his books that Army personnel don't care. Military police. I'm talking about military personnel that are basically assigned to police other military personnel do not care if people smoke marijuana. There's a reason for that, because the U.S. Army, the Marines, the Navy, the Air Force know that they are giving people high pressure jobs. These are people that have chosen to wear a uniform to protect their country, and it causes a lot of stress, mainly because in certain countries where these guys are at, there are people that would more than likely like to kill them. There are people that would like to walk up to a U.S. soldier, put a gun to the head, and pull the trigger. And it's a very stressful job, especially if you're in a war zone and you're coming back for leave. They understand, and they want their soldiers docile. And weed makes you docile. Weed brings your heart rate down. It calms you down. It makes you relax. And they really don't care. And if you ask yourself, well, how could they not care? It's an illegal drug. The Army, the Marines, the Navy, the Air Force, they have enough personnel. If it was decided that a needle broke in the middle of a field, they could assign enough men to find every metal piece of that needle, and all the little paint filaments that came off of it. When they want to do something, the military will assign enough personnel to get it done. That's how many people they can assign to it. They solve almost every case that's given over to the military police because they can assign dozens of personnel to help them out. If they were really worried about drugs in the military, trust me, they would perform tox screenings every week, and they could catch everybody that's using any kind of drug, guaranteed. There is no room for failure when it comes to U.S. military testing for drugs, but they don't because they really don't care. It keeps their people docile. And that's what they want. So they overlook the fact that most people are using drugs. Now, if somebody caused a problem on drugs, I guarantee you, they're going to look into it and punish that motherfucker with the full extent of the law. And the full extent of the law says in the military, basic sentence is 20 years in Leavenworth prison. And that's pretty fucking hardcore. But they don't issue that kind of sentence out all the time for people that are just caught smoking. They send them to classes and probation and stuff, because I actually met a person, U.S. soldier, that got caught, and I won't mention her name, smoking marijuana, and the worst she got was probation in a couple of classes. No reduction in rank. She went 30 days without pay. That's about it. They really don't care. And I'm using these as examples to make you understand that, one, in the beginning, marijuana was not seen as harmful. And second, that even in today's military, they don't see it as a harmful drug. They don't care that people are using marijuana. And in reality, most people shouldn't care that people are using marijuana anyway. Now, let's push this example a little further. Amsterdam. Everybody knows about Amsterdam. It's a country where marijuana is legal. Now, here's what most people don't realize. And I'm trying to stress this fact to all the weed smokers out there. If you go to this country, you cannot walk down the street smoking marijuana. You cannot roll a joint, light it, and drive down the street, because they know that if you're intoxicated with this drug, you might drive your car into a building, you might hit other drivers, you might even drive onto a sidewalk and kill everybody you hit. They know this. That's why it's illegal for you to smoke and drive at the same time. You cannot walk down the street smoking a joint, because they know that you're impaired enough that you could accidentally push someone into traffic or walk into traffic or cause any kind of number of accidents. They know this, but they say it's legal for you to go to certain shops and smoke marijuana. It is legal for you to purchase marijuana, take it home and smoke it. It's completely legal to do that. But what they say is illegal is to do it in public, outside sanctioned areas, and to operate machinery, guns. You can't do any of that shit with marijuana because they know you're impaired. Now, this country has had this laws around for a while now, and people are always like, oh, let's go to Amsterdam, we'll smoke all the marijuana we want. Realize that while you can't do that, you have to follow established laws. And I think that's what people here in America should either look at, or more importantly, some states, California, are already looking at to legalizing marijuana. Why? Because it's a cash cow. If marijuana was made legal tomorrow, it would probably outsell any number of beers and wines. But people would be like, Bud who? Budweiser? They'd be like, no, I need some Bud. They would go to a convenience store, be like, I need some Bud. Yeah, I'll take that. I need 6 dime bags and a couple packs of chips. I mean, that's how it would be. And I mean, I don't say that to be funny. I mean, I'm trying to be real when I say that. If it was legalized, it would outsell beer by a long shot. It would outsell liquor. People would no longer be buying Grey Goose, Johnny Walker, Glenlivet, Captain Morgan would be a thing of the past. Budweiser, Bud Light, China Bock, even my favorite beer, China Bock, would fall down behind in distribution. And that's some of the things you need to understand. That's one of the reasons why it's hard to legalize marijuana, because it would outdo so many other corporations. Alright guys, I'm running up on time in the 10 minutes allowed on YouTube. So here we go guys, this is part 1 of legalizing marijuana in America. Alright, this is part 1. Remember, this is Jack saying, here on the Jack Files, this is Jack saying, remember, it's all about freedom of speech. If you don't use it, somebody might take it away. Guys, I'll see you again on part 2 on legalizing marijuana. Peace.